Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of news to go over. We have some new events that are now live, mystery gifts that have been announced, we have some release date rumors for Pokemon Legends ZA, and a few other things to cover as well. There's a lot of things to break down and get into today, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we have a new mystery gift that has just been announced. This was posted on HDvee, and it is a Iron Hands mystery gift. So very, very good for raids and stuff. It's obviously competitive already. But either way, HDvee update. The Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Iron Hands distribution to celebrate the Europe International Championships has been revealed. Now, this was announced last month, but obviously we didn't have the dates and stuff. We just knew that we were going to get it. But the code is actually Fake Out EU1C. So FAKE0UTEU1C, and it runs until the 8th of April 2024. So you only have this weekend to redeem it, and it's definitely worth redeeming because, like I say, it's very, very good for raids in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And again, if you aren't already following it, I do have a Pokemon Guides channel. It's in the description down below. Whenever a new mystery gift goes live, I always post it on there. It's just like a quick 30-second video, just code, bang, if you do not get a chance to watch these videos. You've always got those over there if you are wanting to stay up to date with all the mystery gifts and everything. The actual move pool of this Pokemon are as follows. This was posted by PokeExperto. So obviously it's an Iron Hands, it's in a Cherish Ball, it's level 50, the Terra type is Water, the original trainer is Marco, it's an Adamant Nature, the ability is Hawk Drive, it has the Assault Vest as the held item, and then its move pool is Drain Punch, Volt Switch, Wild Charge, and Fake Out. So a very nice move pool there. Just a very good Pokemon worth getting 100%. It's much better than like a level 5 Sprigatito that we got like last time. Anyway, that's that. Moving on, we do also have this code that's just been announced as well. Again, it's EUIC this weekend, so there's a lot of codes being distributed and stuff. So this is a quick one for the TCG if you're playing that. So we had Guardian here tweeting out saying a free Pokemon TCG live code to receive Raging Bolt EX special illustration rare is currently being distributed for the 2024 Pokemon Europe International Championships. So the code for this is Burst Raw EUIC24. So that'll get you this this Pokemon card in TCG live, and it expires on the 15th of April 2024. So you've got a little bit longer to get this, but there's only 100,000 codes that are available. So if you are playing the TCG and you want to get your hands on this, make sure to do it fast because there's only 100,000 codes. So that's that. Moving on, we do of course also have the Meganium that is now live in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the new 7-star raid. We have HDvee here tweeting out saying HDvee update. The latest Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Terra Raid battle event is now live. Meganium is in 7-star Terra Raid battles until the 7th of April, which is obviously this Sunday at 23:59 at UTC. Of course, it's getting added next weekend as well, and Blissey is also going to be added too. But as of right now, it's just Meganium this weekend. But the actual stats of this Pokemon are that it's the moves are Seed Bomb, Zen Headbutt, Body Press, Curse. The additional moves are Reflect, Light Screen, and Bulldoze. So it does have double screens, which is quite difficult to get past. Has the ability Leaf Guard. It's an impish nature, and then these are the kind of things that it does when it gets to a certain HP and time remaining. So at the very start of the battle, it will get up a Reflect and a live screen. Meganium stats and status reset is 70% HP remaining. The player's stats and status reset is 79% time remaining, and then reset again at 40%, and then it also uses Bulldoze at 30% HP. And of course, now you can get Herba Mystica in these 7-star raids. I don't know why they've now just decided to put them in. I'm assuming it's because less people are playing these games. But yeah, you obviously can now get Salty, Sour, Bitter, whatever. All the Herba Mystica, 3% drop rate for this 7-star raid. So if you are trying to farm some Herba and stuff, it's always useful to do it. Anyway, that's that. Moving on to some Legends ZA stuff. So we have some theories to go over, some rumors to go over, and also some release date rumors to go over as well. Like I said, there's plenty of stuff to go over for Legends ZA today. So we have Mordecai's Mons here tweeting out saying something not a single person has observed yet is that the tree that AZ planted in Aura's Sootopolis City that has the Floette flower under it has flowers that look almost identical to Glimora from behind and have 6 leaves just like Glimora's body does. Some are even the same colors. So yeah, this is quite an interesting thing because a lot of people, myself included, didn't actually realize that yes, AZ did actually plant a tree in Sootopolis City in Auras. Like it's an actual thing. It's not like a theory or anything. Like AZ actually did it, which is also kind of poignant as well because he was just trying to right these wrongs all this time and doing all these different things for Eternal Floette. And so he must have traveled all over the Pokemon world and stuff. Because obviously Hoenn and Kalos, they're not necessarily close together, so he's been doing a lot of traveling. But yeah, the interesting thing obviously is that these flowers do actually have the same kind of color scheme and the same sort of, I guess, features as Glimmora does. So I don't know if there's going to be some relations to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, who knows? But either way, it's definitely a good shout from Mordekaiser. And again, it's just a little theory that, again, AZ could have been in Kalos, could have been in Paldea, obviously. Definitely was in Kalos, but could have been in Hoenn. Well, definitely in Hoenn and Kalos. Could have been in Paldea, should I say. Got there in the end. But anyway, that's a really cool theory from Mordekai's Mons there. Moving on, we also have another one to go over as well. So, food for thought. The A in Pokemon Legends ZA could stand for Delta or Lombarda in the Greek alphabet. We know that Devencorp was using infinite energy to improve the lives of Pokemon and humans. AZ was mentioned to have stopped Rayquaza from fighting in the Delta episode story. So this is obviously, AZ here with all his relatives and everything like that, his age 3000 plus, and then this is a little bit more information. So Mr. Stone mentions that his grandfather used infinity energy, the same energy as the ultimate weapon, to improve the lives of people and Pokemon alike, with the Devon Corporation used to grow into one of the top industries in Hoenn. When the player overhears Wallace's conversation with his master, they discuss that the tree planted in front of the entrance to the Cave of Origin was given to the people of Sutapolis by a huge man who visited from the Kalos region, which is of course AZ. Underneath the tree there is a flower of the same kind as the one carried by AZ's Floette. At the Sky Pillar, Zinnia tells the player that 1,000 years ago, a tall visitor from a distant land witnessed how Mega Rayquaza stopped a fight between Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. He is quoted to have said, "It is the Delta born of the great disturbance in this world by the bonds born." So as you can see, AZ has definitely been around loads of different things and stuff, and has helped stop things. All these things that he's been doing are trying to like make up for what he did to like Eternal Flight and stuff. And then goes on to say, we've already covered that bit. And then obviously this is the Quasar symbol in Pokemon Legends ZA. So, that's obviously very, very interesting, obviously. So it can be presumed that Pokemon Legends and Pokemon Legends ZA is a Delta or Lombarda at the end, and was planned since Auras as a metaverse built by Devencorp and Steven Stone in the future of the Kalos region. AZ might have had a hand in its development as well to amend his war. So again, just some more theories about Pokemon Legends ZA there. But again, the things that, AZ about him being in Hoenn and stuff like that, that's all like legit, like that's absolutely correct information, but just some other ideas that could kind of originate from the name. Moving on, we do also have this to go over as well. So this was what Riddler Coup posted about Rafa, how she, was supposed to be like an international criminal and everything like that. We already covered that from Riddler Coup, but we've got a lot more information to go over from Soul Silverheart regarding this. So this is incredible. After reading her Blueberry Academy dialogue, I knew there was more meant for her. She screamed villain, and that's very, very true. Like she was on about sacrificing people. The TM she gave you was something to do with evil or something like that, but there was loads of like things surrounding her that gave her like an evil vibe. So there's also a big statement from Coup. So I encourage people that think he didn't have real info for the Indigo Disc to look back at what he shared. There were countless things that he shared that were confirmed in the DLC. On top of that, he was very accurate for many previous games as well, especially Pokemon Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet. So that's obviously in reference to people saying that he's like got nothing now because he technically got Legends ZA wrong. But again, if we get a Generation 5 game this year, everything that he would have said, I guess, is technically correct. Based on that track record, there is no reason not to believe him about the features that were cut from the DLC, especially for me personally when I've heard things that corroborate things that he said from other people, BTS, and especially since we as a community know that Scarlet and Violet was verging on incomplete content. So we know that there were more cut terraform/states and the cut PK Hex feature facilitated by Snacksworth Brother and more like this new Rafa information. So has Riddler Coup mixed up a few details here and there? Has he messed up a few times? 1 out of 10 times, kind of, yeah, but I wish people would understand that it's literally impossible to have a 100% accurate track record when it comes to something that is still in development. Things change in development, and human error exists too. No leak would ever be perfect with as much info as Coup has shared over the years. We still don't know if there's a black and white remake game in 2024, so that point is moot until then, and still Coup has never outright said that that's happening. Other reliable people were told the same information, so it's even possible that they all got bad information. And then lastly, on top of all of this, no one knew about Pokemon Legends ZA. No one. The only person that came close was Riddler Coup, who hours before it was revealed shared the literal code name of Pokemon Legends ZA. No one else shared that. So I'd say you can trust 95% of what he says is true. Still, it would be wise to test everything he says because some things change, and test yours and others' interpretations of what he says because people convince themselves of what he means, and then there are letdowns because they were wrong. So like I say, just a little bit more information about Riddler. I'm very much like in limbo about whether I'm going to believe him now. Like, he has got a lot of things right about stuff in the past, especially with Scarlet and Violet and Legends Arceus, but I'm still waiting for something to get revealed this year, and then I'll go back to 100% believing everything that he says. But things like this that were posted about Scarlet and Violet are definitely correct, because, like I say, he got everything right about Scarlet and Violet, right. So he knows all that stuff. But anyway, that's that. Moving on, I quickly want to go over this as well before we go over the Legends ZA rumors, because now that Pokemon TV is down, people have been asking, like, where can you actually watch the Pokemon anime and stuff. So this is just a few different places that you can watch, like I say, the anime. So Pokemon Horizons you can watch on Netflix. Prime Video, you can watch Gold and Silver Season 3 to 5, Ruby Sapphire, X and Y, a couple of movies as well. Hulu, you can watch X and Y seasons. The Roku channel, you can watch Sun and Moon. On Tubi, you can watch Black and White. On Freevee, you can watch Ruby and Sapphire. And then on Hoopla, you can also watch Diamond and Pearl. And then there's the movies and stuff on YouTube. So they're the different places you can watch the different anime. And again, I hope that they do some sort of streaming service for Pokemon so they can just put all of this in one place, because it's absolutely stupid that you have to have all of these different things just to be able to watch from the first episode to the last episode of Ash's Adventure especially, and the Pokemon Horizons anime. It's absolutely ridiculous. But either way, if you are looking at where to, you know, find these kind of locations, this is where you can do it. Anyway, that's that. And then finishing things off today's video, we have a new rumor to go over, which talks about the release date, Pokemon Legends ZA, and also a few other things as well. So this was posted on the 5th of April, so today. It says ZA leaks posted by Anonymous. Now, of course, this was posted on 4chan, so take it with a massive grain of salt. No idea if it's true or not, especially when it comes to release dates and stuff, because it's very unlikely that this person knows when the release date is, because I'm assuming Pokemon themselves probably don't even know the release date. You know, they've probably got an idea of when it's going to come out, but they don't have a definitive release date. So anyway, they start things off by saying Legends ZA started development shortly after Arceus came out and was successful enough that Game Freak seemed to want to continue it. So that does make sense. Obviously, we know that Game Freak are split into Team A and Team B. You know, Team B probably worked on Legends Arceus. They're probably also working on Legends ZA, whereas Team A worked on Generation 9, and they're probably working on Generation 10. So it would make sense that Team B would work from Legends Arceus into another Legends ZA game, because the remakes were already being taken care of by Ilka making Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. If the next remake as well, which could potentially be Generation 5 games or Generation 2 games, also is being made by, you know, Ilka or this Pokemon Works team or whatever, then that just leaves more time for, obviously, Team B to work on the Legends game and Team A to work on the Generation 10 games. That's just the likely outcome regardless. Anyway, let's go into the release date. So the game will be releasing on March the 17th of next year. And it will coincide with the release of the next generation of Switch consoles. So this person is saying that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to come out around March next year, as well as Pokemon Legends ZA coming out around March the 17th next year as well. So that, I don't believe that's going to be the case, because I think that March is just such a random release date for Pokemon Legends ZA, because we've got a Pokemon Presents next February. If the game was coming out in March, then obviously they would drop more information about it, but usually the Pokemon Presents would drop a new game, and like Legends ZA would be done, and then they drop new information in the next Pokemon Presents, and then that's the game we get that year. So I think it's unlikely that it's going to be coming out around March. I also think the Switch 2 potentially could come out around March. You know, the kind of I can't remember what it's like. The fiscal year I think ends in like March, April time. So it would it wouldn't really make sense to drop it in like, it'd make more sense to drop it like April, May time, the next console. But either way, it could be different. You know, things may have changed. You just don't know. But I highly doubt that it's coming out March the 17th. That is just a it's just a rumor at the end of the day. I mean, it could do. You never know. None of us know. We don't know if it's coming out early 2025, late 2025. We just simply don't know. Anyway, they go on to say the return of Megas will also be matched together with a new feature, similar to how we had Agile Styles in Arceus. They want to make sure the whole gimmick stuff continues, so Megas return as usual, but they also add a new element to them, the Z forms, and that's about it. So Z forms, I'm assuming, I have no idea. I'm assuming they talk here about Agile Styles, so similar to how we had Agile Styles in Arceus. So it's another way of like combat maybe. So maybe the Z form is like Mega Evolution plus Agile Style or Strong Style or something like that. Z forms, I mean, that could be cool. I mean, we know we're getting Mega forms like Mega Evolutions. That's already been revealed in the trailer. But if we got an actual different form as well called Z forms, that would be pretty cool. Maybe, you know, Zygarde gets something like that. Anyway, then goes on to say the combat style is the craziest part. They will actually let you control your Pokemon and allow them to move around and be controlled during battle. Not super intuitive, but it's a little different from previous games. So that does sound really cool, to be fair. It sounds like a very much... a little bit like the feature that we got in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where obviously you can control your Pokemon like with the Synchro Machine. But in this sense, you actually like battle with them as well. And maybe that's the reason why the trailer just followed Pikachu around the whole kind of trailer, because a big part of this game is going to be Pikachu. Not Pikachu, but like a big part of this game is the combat is going to follow you battling with as your actual Pokemon. They then go on to say the Pokedex will be around 350 plus Pokemon. As for how they fit them all into Lumiose, well, those circles you saw in the trailer, that's what they are for. Terrariums of sorts for people to explore and catch monsters inside of. So, yeah, a lot of people are kind of talking about this whole terrarium situation, and it could very well be the case that we do get something like that. I very much think it's going to be like the city of Lumiose in the middle, and then on the outskirts of the city, there's going to be like quote-unquote wild areas and like places you can go and stuff that are still technically called the city, which is why it all takes place in Lumiose City. Also, Ilka and the Pokemon Company are working together on Pokemon Works, a company to take over all smaller duties of Game Freak because they're lazy and want others to handle their remakes and side projects. Again, I don't know if it's because they're lazy and stuff like that, but I do think that Pokemon Works and Ilka are going to be handling all of the kind of remakes now. I don't think like Game Freak themselves are probably going to work on a remake again, unless it's like maybe a Let's Go game or something like that. But I think faithful remakes like BDSP, they're just all going to be made by like Ilka and Pokemon Works and stuff. Including Project Melody, some form of new Pokemon game similar to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. That's all I know about that. So potentially Pokemon Melody is also something that's going to be happening soon. But anyway, that's going to be everything for this rumor. Like I say, no idea if it's true or not. I don't think the release date sounds plausible. Z-Form sounds cool, but again, I don't think that's likely. I think they're just going to carry on with the Mega Evolutions. 350 Pokedex, yeah, that could definitely happen, but I don't know. It seems very unlikely. But let me know your thoughts on this, though. Do you think it is true or not? Let me know your thoughts on everything else that we covered as well. The Riddler-Coup stuff, obviously the AZ stuff, should I say. The Glimora stuff, and then also make sure to do all these events as well if you haven't already. But yeah, that's going to be everything from me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.